So, um, what do we have today? Well, I want to talk about a lot of things, but um, you may not have all the time for it. No, I don't have. I don't have all the time to say it all out. But anyway, I think I'd want to talk about. Let me see. How starting a business is like a form is a way of discovering yourself. Like when you begin a business, you realize how hard it is. You realize how bad you are at the things that really matter in the business's success. Like, yeah, for example, I started this business. It's been like I don't know. I started it quite a while back, but I decided to take it seriously last year. Last year around this time, like, so it has been around for a year. Yeah, a year and a month. So, but I would say I decided to take it seriously around last year. Then, at the beginning of this year, no, not at the beginning of this year, but I think at the end of last year, I decided to really, really take it seriously. So, I think there are stages to how I decided to take it seriously. Yeah, there are like two stages. So I can't go into details. Like I can't go much into details about the business, but all I would say is that, like, right now I'm still solo, so I'm still alone working on the business. I'm the worker. I'm the everything. So yeah, so the business depends on me to run, to be successful and all that. I would say it's going well so far. So far, so good. It's going well, and but I'm still alone. Like I'm solo, and long term, it's not a winning strategy. Like I have to hire a few guys to help me out, to delegate work to people to make the business robust. Like if I'm away, if I'm sick, and all that. There's a way. Like this has worked for like our, let's say, our parents' generations. Like you find someone, he has his business, he has been working in it solo for like the past 30, 40 years, and when he's sick, no one works in the business. When he's sick, the business is closed, and the guy has done that for over 40 years. And I think with access to information, like with access to the information we have in our age, we know that really doesn't work. It doesn't scale. Like we want to grow, like you want your business to grow beyond your like wildest dreams. You want. We are inspired by the Facebooks of the world, the Apples of the world, and all that. So you have to have that picture in mind. Anyway, wow, that was a long tangent. So the business requires me to look for customers, like do cold reach outs, cold approaches. Cold approaches when you find someone, they know nothing about your business, they have not heard of you, and you're supposed to explain why they should buy from you, why your service is better than the competitor's service. So that's a cold That's a cold approach. Then the warm approach is, someone knows you, your relative. Uh, Most likely you're not going to say no. The first time they may use your service or product the first time, but if it's not good, they won't come back, but they will use it to help you, then your friends. Then yeah, so my business heavily relies on doing cold approaches, and I'm working on that. Like on my side, I'm not so good. Like I wasn't naturally endowed with this gift of being able to approach 1,000 people. No, that's too much. That's unrealistic. But even approaching like 10 people in a day, it's hard for me, So in the beginning, obviously, I had to do it because, yeah, if I don't do it, no one is. Like, this is your business. If you don't do it, no one is going to do it. So as the business tried to get momentum and all that, people are starting to know the business, people are starting to know the product, what I'm selling, word to mouth is starting to also get momentum. There's demand for my service, my product, and you realize it now becomes harder because I thought it would be easier, I thought it would be easier when I reached this stage, but it becomes harder and harder every day. You have to hold yourself accountable. Like, did you go? Did you reach out to people? Did you promote your business in any way, shape, or form? And, I'm at the stage of I'm gaining momentum. Yes, but what can I say? I should not lose this momentum, but it's becoming harder and harder. Like on my side, I keep on telling myself, people know you, what. Word to mouth will work on your side. The universe is working for you and all that. But when things are going good, that's when you should be most vigilant. There's this quote from, I think, Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors of our age. Is it of our age? No, the guy is like 90 something. Like, okay, one of the most successful investors alive. And he has this quote where he says, you should be greedy when others are fearful, and be fearful when others are greedy. What it means in terms of the trading and investing, when everyone is buying a stock, or let's say everyone is investing a company like Apple, like everyone is buying stocks of Apple, that's when you should not buy, And when everyone is selling Apple and everyone is dislikes Apple, that's when you should buy Apple. Of course, there are other things you have to take into consideration. What is it? Is it a good business? What? Anyway, I had knowledge of these things, but essentially that's it. Like when everyone is doing something. No, my point was when times are good, you should be vigilant. When times are bad, you should move as fast as possible. And I would say I can't say that times are good in this stage of my business right now, but times are relatively comfortable and I'm getting sloppy. I should be more vigilant and press down on the speed Pedal. Speed pedal. What's that? Speed pedal. I should press it down and move as fast as possible. Because if you don't, someone will. Anyway, I didn't think. No, one more thing. What was that one more thing? I wanted to really say something. One more thing. Oh yeah. Business is about discovering yourself. Like, you go into business, then you start discovering things about yourself. You're like, oh, I'm bad at this. Oh, I'm good at this. And okay, most times we have we humans are cursed with this negativity bias. Like, we always see the things that are bad about us, and we rarely see the good that is good about us. And when you start a business and you're at this stage when it's a startup, like you're still working alone, or 2 or 3 of you, you're doing most of the work, you realize the things that you're really bad at, but you really have to do them, because if you don't, no one will, and the business will fail. So there's this quote from one of the guy's podcast I listen to. He has a podcast called Modern Wisdom, called Chris Williamson. He says business is a self-discovery journey masquerading as money-making venture. Wow, that's a nice quote. Like, when you do something that is really hard, you discover your limits, and it kind of humbles you. And that's why you have to get people you hire so that they can do the work you can't do, things like that. That's how business grows. Anyway, this is kind of therapy to me, to myself. Like, I'm telling this to myself, and I hope it helps someone out there. Yeah, peace.